My name is Thomas Kelly, Director of Retention here at Worcester State, and this is Welcome to Worcester State. Welcome to Worcester State is an online web show where each week we talk about the important topics that are part of a new student's transition to Worcester State. This week we're talking about commuter services. I'm very excited to be joined by Jess Avora from the Office of Student Involvement and Leadership Development here at Worcester State. Jess, thanks for joining me.
I'm happy to be here, TK. Thank you for the invitation.
Absolutely. So can you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and commuter services here at Worcester State?
Yeah, sure. So again, my name is Jess, and I am one of the assistant directors in the Office of Student Involvement and Leadership Development. We are located over in the Student Center, and we're a relatively small office when it comes to staff, but we hire plenty of student staff. So we really do have a big team. And we do a lot of not just work with student groups, but also leadership development. Curriculum and commuter services is a big part of what we do here.
And that's what we're going to talk about today. So, we got some pre-planned questions, so none of these are curveballs. And everybody watching this knows.
See.
I know, it's the wrong script. So what exactly is commuter services here at Worcester State? So we know it's a part of OSILD, but what exactly is commuter services?
Yes. So commuter services, it started as an initiative really because we do have majority commuter students on our campus. We do have residential halls and quite a few students do live on campus, but about 60% now of our students are commuting, whether they're commuting from living with parents or living with classmates off campus. And so we want to make sure that these students are as involved in the community and feel, just as welcome as our residential students. And that's what our goal is as community services. So we do that through programming, and we do that through additional initiatives, as well as advising a student organization that is dedicated to community students.
And we're going to talk more about that later on. Awesome. So what sort of programs and services are offered to commuter students?
Yeah, so number one is we make sure that we dedicate time during our orientation to make sure that our commuter students know what resources are available. We cover things such as parking. We make sure every commuter student gets their parking decal. We also provide space specifically for commuter students. We also do a lot of programming. So we know not everyone is a morning person. So things like our coffee stops once a month. We also think it's really important to have space to kind of get to know other students, whether they're commuters or not. So we do just social programs. And we do it specifically in times where we know our commuters are going to be on campus. So they're not, done with class and then waiting an hour and then having to go to a program. So so we make sure that that's available. And then we also just make sure that they are aware of all the other amazing resources on campus. And in addition to that, we are, as staff, we are here to just support in any way we can. So we have an open door policy. Anyone can stop by our office for any reason, and if we don't have the direct resource, we will, guide them towards the department on campus.
Awesome. Very good. So you talked about space specifically. So and you all are located in the Student Center. Can you tell us a little bit about the living room in the Student Center?
The living room, probably my favorite place on campus. No, I'm not being biased at all.
It just happens to be a pure coincidence.
So it's really where the commuters, it's where they hang out. And the beauty of it is it's not just commuters hanging out, it's all students. It's our residential staff, our residential students as well. But it's really just a space to just kind of hang out between classes. It's where we do a lot of our programming. We try to go to where the students are. We know you're busy, right? The students are busy. So we try to make our services, accessible and convenient. So we have, also for convenience-wise and just everyday support, we have a kitchenette. So students need a fridge, if you need a microwave. We have phone chargers, right? So that if you need to, make sure, you can check Instagram even at 4 p.m., even if you've been on campus all day. Or really the more important thing, you're checking your emails, right?
Yeah, there
I'm sure that's the priority, right?
Worcester State email.
Your email to see what your professor has got to say. But I think the priority really is just that social piece. It's really comfortable. It's a very comfortable space. It was made specifically with students in mind, with studying in mind. Even when it's pretty social, it's still a space where you can still study. And it's the location, I think, is key. It's like the center of campus. And there's a food court. And it's open very late, even on weekends. So I think it's a great place to build community, to study, to just kind of unwind or rejuvenate between classes or after class or before class if you get to campus extra early.
I've never thought about how centralized that space is. It's literally in the center building of campus on the second floor, which is in the center of the building.
Center of the center.
Yeah, awesome. Very cool. So you talked a little bit, or you mentioned student orgs specifically and perhaps things directly for commuter students. So what exactly is the Commuter Activities Board?
Commuter Activities Board, it's a student-run organization, completely student-initiated. And the goal really is to advocate for commuter students, to program for commuter students. And so the way that they advocate is through programming. Mm-hmm. They are commuter students themselves. And so they have a strong understanding of what it means to be a commuter student. And they have a strong understanding of what a commuter student needs to feel welcome, number one, to be able to be present fully, and to get involved as well. So this Commuter Activities Board, it covers everything because anyone can get involved.
Mm-hmm.
We even have some residential students. You know, it's so much fun. The residential students want to join us.
Yeah.
In the group, and it's a vibrant community. I'm really excited because the incoming executive board, they really want to make sure more students are included. They want to make sure every student who wants to get involved feels welcome. Mm-hmm. And I'm 100% confident that they're going to achieve this goal. It's a fun group. I have a lot of fun with them. They're advised by a staff member, myself, and we have a lot of fun. But they also do great work. One initiative I always like to highlight is the Commuter Activities Week. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Commuter Appreciation Week. Mm-hmm. And they are going to have 2 this year. So they'll have one in the fall and they'll have one in the spring. And it's a time to just come out and have fun and just appreciate everything that commuter students contribute to our campus, because they contribute a lot. They are a big part of our campus, and they should feel just as welcome as students who live on campus. And the Commuter Activities Board, along with Commuter Services, really does a great job of making sure that happens.
Awesome. So how can our new commuter students get involved with the Commuter Activities Board?
Yeah, so the best way to get involved is just stop by at a meeting. They're so prepared, they already have their meeting times ready to go. So they meet on Tuesdays, 4:30 to 5:30. Every week, every Tuesday. And it's the meetings, it's not just a meeting, it's really like a time to come together as a community, to get to know each other. It's like a real bonding experience. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun. So I encourage anyone, even if you're just thinking about joining, you don't have to come to every meeting. Stop by, see what it's like. You're really joining a community, you're not just joining a student organization. And so I encourage all our community students will be added to listserv. So a commuter-specific listserv. So that will allow them to stay in the know. So they will know when the meetings are, awesome. Where they're located specifically, where the fun is.
Where the fun's happening.
That's what they're going to find out.
So can you talk a little bit more about the listserv specifically? Is that some of the way that commuter students find out about events and offerings? Yeah, so
I think we do a really good job of not bombarding people with emails, because as students you're going to get a lot of emails. But the important stuff, we just make sure the important stuff is in there. So our commuter students will always be in the know. They don't have to worry about enrolling in the listserv. They'll automatically be enrolled in our commuter-specific listserv, which will definitely highlight all the Commuter Activities Board meetings, their programs, as well as anything that Commuter Services is doing. So they will be in the know. They don't have to worry about missing out. Fear of missing out is not an option here.
Yeah, awesome. And I guess when did those emails start coming out? So like, you're a new commuter student at home. Like when are you gonna get that first exciting email?
August. It's coming up soon.
Coming in August.
Yes,
okay.
August.
Awesome.
And for anyone who goes to the orientation as well, they'll hear about it there as well. But if not, you will automatically be enrolled in August.
There you go. Awesome. Well, those are all the questions that we had planned. But as you already know, we do have this magical wheel of questions. Everybody at home knows all about this fancy wheel. So you're going to give that a whirl. We'll ask the question and we'll go from there.
Okay. I'll try not to break it.
It'll be okay. All right. Study spot. All
Great question.
I think I already know the answer. All right. So in your opinion, where is the best place for a student to study?
Yeah, such a hard question.
What
So many
are you
study
going to
spaces.
say?
I don't know what to say. Of course, come on. Easy question. Easy answer.
Yeah.
The living room, of
Yeah.
course. The living room.
Yep.
Study, charge your phone, refrigerate your food, meet some new friends. Come say hi to me. My office is right next to the living room.
Good
Best
call.
place to study.
Awesome. Great.
No brainer.
Perfect. Well, that's everything that we had planned for today. This has been Welcome to Worcester State. If you're interested in more of our episodes, make sure you go to youtube.com/Worcester State. Click on playlists, and then there's a playlist with all of our Welcome to Worcester State episodes. My name is Thomas Kelly, Director of Retention. This has been Jess Abora, Assistant Director of Office of Student Involvement and Leadership Development, talking about Commuter Services. This has been Welcome to Worcester State. Have a great Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.